Did that fix it? I can't tell what's going on with YouTube. I have no idea what's going on with YouTube right now. My God, they are talking about the most useless garbage right now. Okay, it's showing that I am live for Bellator. Think I fixed it. Okay, I did fix it. Fixed. Another reason to hate Joe Joyce. Isn't that true? Isn't that true? God damn it, Joe Joyce. All right. Let's see how this main card stacks up. Oh, dude, don't even get me started at what pain I'm feeling with Joe Joyce being a top 3 heavyweight, top 5 probably, depending on how you shake it all out. You know, it sucks. And the only reason of that is because I'm just not a big fan of watching him fight. I don't know if KSI can beat Woodley, and the reason I'll say that more than anything is I haven't seen KSI actually fight anyone. I haven't actually seen him fight anyone. I have no idea if KSI can actually fight. It depends on what I try to do, really, during the streams. So if I don't show recent fights like that, I'm usually okay. I can usually put on some interesting stuff for us to watch, like old school stuff, like old school boxing, not a problem. But if I try to do anything too recent or certain things, not good. So honestly, I have no idea what to think of KSI, because he didn't show me anything. He didn't show me any progression. He fought bums. You know? So, okay. Does that mean he can fight someone? 407, what's going on? Fight someone at Woodley's level? Possibly. You know? It's possible. But I don't know. You know? I just don't know really what he brings to the table, other than seeing him beat down a guy that had 2 weeks of experience and a guy that, you know. Oh my God. So one thing I'm hating right now, Jake Paul have a shot against Mayweather. I don't think Jake Paul will take a dive as badly as the other guy he just fought in Japan did. So I'd say, yeah. You know, I definitely thought KSI could. I mean, Logan's not a good boxer. Everybody right now is trying to use YouTube like TikTok. So they're posting 15 different videos like they would on TikTok on YouTube. And it's ridiculously annoying. Like, I get it. So, here we go. We finally got a fight. Look, I'll be honest with both KSI and Logan Paul. I thought both of them looked like very, very, very amateur fighters when they fought. Both the first time it was really bad. Second time they still looked very amateur. So it's tough because Logan has left the boxing world. I thought he looked better against Mayweather, and KSI, I think, looked better against the two guys he was fighting. I don't know because he didn't really fight anyone that actually did anything back. But I have to imagine he's gotten better. So oh man, this is the worst announcer in all of combat sports. I hate this guy so much. He's the most, oh. I can never remember this guy's name. Trying to see if I can find him. Okay, first fight. We have a 35-year-old versus a 33-year-old. They have a lot of it. Both have a lot of experience. 5'7", 141 pounds and 135 pounds. Okay. Oh yeah, no, we're all watching all. I mean, I'm watching all the influencer fights. All of them. So, did you guys see that the esports boxing is now called Undisputed? They changed the name. They changed the name. They gave it an official name. We still don't have any idea when it's coming out. So, I haven't lost all hope, but yeah. Yeah, I'm up there. Kind of looks trash. Looks like Fight Night 1. I have to agree, it's not perfect looking, that's for sure. It doesn't look amazing. That's who this guy is. Mauro Ranallo. I hate this guy for commentary. I absolutely hate him on boxing commentary or fight commentary. He's the worst. Showtime, He is a freelance commentator. It's because he doesn't know anything. Oh, it's a way better name. It's a great name for the game, actually. He doesn't know what he's talking about. So he hypes up everything. Everything is like over the moon. Which also, Brian Kenny does the same thing. BK does the same thing. Which annoys the hell out of me. And he's probably just as bad. But yeah, I'm never, he makes everything seem like life or death. You know, I'm just not a big fan of him. Yeah, he stretches the pop culture references. But now that I think about it, he's not the worst. Brian Kenny's the worst. Brian Kenny's the worst. BK sounds like he's on cocaine nonstop as doing commentary. And he legit knows nothing. He legit knows nothing about boxing. He said some of the worst things I've ever heard. I've ever heard. Like, worst takes. And I'm like, oh my God. Al Bernstein's pretty bad. Yeah, he's pretty bad. Larry Merchant was kind of legendary. But, you know. Fight TV's go-to announcer. Oh my God, dude. Larry Merchant's a really legendary guy, so it's hard to be too mean. But yeah, he was not great. Not great. So this is a fun little fight, though. Dude, David. Oh my God. Lampley was amazing. I loved him. And David, one of the things that was interesting is my wife worked her coworker's uncle is Lampley or something, or she's related to Lampley. And so I'm like, my wife's like, do you know some guy named Jim? I'm like, Jim who? She's like, Jim Lampley? I'm like, yeah, of course I know who that is. She's like, yeah, my coworker's like related to him or something. I'm like, can I get an autograph? Like, I remember on Fight TV commentary for Paul versus Woodley 2, one of them said Jake was inbred power. That's my God. I want them to kiss. Oh my God. Remember Pete Davidson's commentary? Oh my God. Dude, Pete Davidson. Didn't Pete Davidson also do like the slap competition at the same time? They had I have to say, that was a fucking wild card that they had. When you look back at that card with everything, now the music acts were, you know, but you had Pete Davidson, you had an absolute coked out Oscar. you had Snoop Dogg. I mean, that thing had it's like they threw everything in the kitchen sink at that fight. Oh my God. And Jack Harlow was the highlight of the shit show. Oh man. And they were all giggling like schoolgirls while they're swearing left and right. They're like, I can say this for once. It was Regis Progress DQ'd. Oh my God. Yeah, no, it was bad. It's fun looking back on it because you can laugh about how bad it was. But at the time, it was like, what the hell are they thinking right now? Oh, Oscar was insane, man. Oh, dude, Tox, thank you so much for the donation. I really appreciate that, man. You didn't have to do that. It was a South Park episode was a boxing event. Yeah, kind of like that. Oh my God. This stretch we have coming up of fights is going to be so good though. I'm actually very interested in how Kambosos changes things up possibly for their second fight with Haney. I don't know if he can. The fact that the event sold 500K buys was mad. The fact it sold that any of hundreds of thousands of buys is insane. Living when I waited till 2 a.m. to see a 2-minute fight. Oh my God. When the fight's on, I'm running out of fuck. Oh man, that sucks. I just don't know if Kambosos' style can yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he can compete with Haney at all. I really don't. Unless Haney, you know, we've seen crazier things happen. If Haney's not focused, maybe he takes it for granted. Shit can happen. You know? This is I have to say, this is pretty decent MMA fighting. Oh no, he's terrible. His style's terrible for Devin Haney. Terrible for Devin Haney. In the sense that, no, wait, let me say that again. His style for him to fight against Devin Haney is awful. Devin Haney's style is like the polar opposite of what you'd want if you're Kambosos' coach. Kambosos is meant to kind of get in there, gets a little wild. He wants to put pressure. Devin Haney's an operator from the outside using a jab, double jab, triple jab, feints, controlling outside control, and then getting into the more mid-range and still able to frustrate you. You know? It's weird hearing the Showtime commentators talking during MMA. Yeah. I'm glad we're getting the rematch so soon. Yeah, I have to agree. If you're going to do a rematch like that, I have to agree. It's good that it's getting done and it's getting over with because I think we all know the outcome of it. But at the same time, it is what it is, right? Like the contracts have to be filled. Get that crap out of the way. Oh, sweet. Dude, that's awesome, man. That's exactly what we're watching right now, too. This is a pretty fun fight, man. And the one problem that I have, it's so weird when you see the little things that you just took for granted the whole time, and now you're starting to notice it when you watch Bellator compared to UFC. They don't give you down here the color of the trunks of either of the guys. Now, granted, you could probably make a guess here, but still, it's nice to be able to like get into a fight and be like, oh, that's so-and-so. Because those are his trunk colors for this fight. Devin Haney is maybe not the flashiest guy to people that want to see big knockouts all the time. But for people that really like to watch quality boxing, he's really fun to watch. Like if you want to watch someone show their skills and, you know, Some of these dudes thick. Then yeah, he's perfect for that. It's both Haney and Shakur Stevenson are that way, yeah. So I wonder if these commentators are told to not make UFC references. I'm very curious about that. I did see Jake's pound for pound list. Was not very good. It wasn't the worst thing you know? Wasn't the worst thing I've ever seen. But definitely not the best. Definitely not the best. He mixed female and male, yeah. It was pretty bad. It's not the worst thing I've ever seen though. I've seen worse pound for pound lists. Just go on to Twitter for like 2 seconds and like do hashtag pound for pound and just watch it just. I mean, that's pretty bad. That great manual char. Oh my God. Would you rather go to Vegas to spend your life savings? Or fight in the UFC to double your money? I'd rather fight in the UFC because ideally I have a shot of doubling my money, but there is no money to be lost. You know? So at least even if I lose, I still have my life savings intact. But putting it all on black would be very interesting. I don't bet like at all. Mostly because I probably would not do too well. I've never even been to Vegas, actually. I've done one casino, like one time. You know? So. Oh no. Dude, this keeps freezing. So bad. Thankfully, it has not given me the blue or green screen of death. Thank God. Only bet on football in the UK. Yeah. I mean the real football. See, I would be curious in that because the only thing I'd maybe bet on, I could probably bet on boxing and do okay. When I was really, really into the NFL and like watching it religiously every single weekend, I could definitely have done pretty well at that. Now, not so much. Now I spend my Sundays usually hunting right now. But I did my hunting today, so. Bet your channel at TO to beat Camposis. You sure you want to say that? That's true. That's true. I definitely got that wrong. I bet on McGregor versus Aldo. I lost. Ugh. Don't worry, you're not the only person to lose money on that one. Where's my damn you can have Trovo. I could give you Trovo. Shrek, you can use that one all you want. That's all yours. You know? It's true. I would say the Kambosos fight, going into the Kambosos fight with Tio was on top of the world looking great. And Kambosos was kind of unproven. I want the big guns. Dude, what is going on with Meth Stream right now? Dude, these guys are swinging for the fences. By the way, Shrek, what's that editing software that you downloaded? Most afraid of getting in the UFC octagon with? Probably would be, I've never even heard of that, Shrek. It would probably be Francis Ngannou. Because I think he would actually possibly inflict like long-term damage. Oh, Tio had the worst. You mean Cornerman? You mean his father? His father was an absolute moron during that fight. Telling him every round he won. Every round's good. He's going to get this, yada, yada, yada. It was terrible. I never used it before. I think like Windows Editor back in the day. Who would I want to get in the octagon with? The smallest person possible. Preferably a female. That's what I'd want. CM Punk, maybe? I don't know. That's my... I want to make it easy as possible for myself. CM Punk, can you give me him? How about... Hey, Clarissa Shields, right? She's been in MMA. I'll take her. I'd take her. If I had to have an MMA fight... It was like McCracken going beautiful boxing. Yeah, for 12 rounds with AJ. Tyson Fury's dad, John Fury. I'd probably mix it up with John a little bit. Only if I could have a beer with him afterwards, or like 10 beers with him afterwards, and hear old gypsy stories. that's my deal. 10 beers at least and gypsy stories. Sign me up. Oh, we're gonna watch Haney versus Kambosos for sure. John Savage, you know. That John Fury smoke. Oh my God. In terms of fathers of fighters, I'm trying to think which ones would be the best to fight. Tio's dad, I wouldn't mind punching him in the face. I would have to probably say Danny Garcia's dad, Angel. Yeah, I wouldn't mind punching him in the face. Either one of those guys. Trying to think who's the most annoying though. Haney could make it a wash and win every round. I know, that's very true. Very true. Ooh, unanimous decision. Wow, all 3 rounds. All right. first fight done on the main card. It was a pretty fun one. Roberto Guerrero's dad was the GOAT. Oh my God, man. Dads in boxing. Dads in boxing. They're always, the only one that's like, there's like two of them that seem pretty chill. Or I should say, I wouldn't mind being coached by probably. And one of them, their son isn't fighting anymore, which is Sean Porter. Kenny Porter seems like a pretty chill guy, pretty cool guy, and he actually gives very good advice in the corner. He's very honest with his son, which I appreciate. Number 2 would be Papachenko. I tend to agree. I think John Fury slaps us both and puts us on the reject table. Papachenko would be super interesting. Could you imagine getting trained by Papachenko for any amount of time? That would just be wild. I wonder what he could get out of you in like very little time. It's weird seeing Big John here on Showtime. Papachenko, man. I mean, I would have said it'd be interesting, you know, like Ryan Garcia's dad doesn't seem too crazy, but he's not coaching Ryan anymore. Bill Haney, Devin Haney's dad. Kind of interesting. Kind of interesting. I haven't seen a ton of his personality, though, so I don't know. I feel like Papachenko would get you at least juggling by, you know, a week in. Yeah, Bill Haney. For a living and get some thick bitches. Oh. Butterbean Sr. You know what? I'm actually very okay not fighting for a living. Because guess what? You can only fight so long and Father Time is undefeated. And if you really, really want to see what it's like afterwards, just go listen to guys like James Toney, Evander Holyfield, any one of those guys that did a lot of fights. That is true. Life is a fight no matter what you do. You know? Okay, tall kids pound for pound list. Top 10. Usyk, Canelo, Crawford, Inoue, Fury, Spence, Shakur. Okay. Jamel Charlo, I'm guessing. Bivol and Haney. I don't know. I don't know if I put Charlo in the top 10. I mean, you guys basically have a very similar list. I would say you're both missing Estrada. He's undisputed, but resume-wise, Estrada I'd probably put up there. That's true. Well, it depends what you do for a living. You know, 9 to 5. I highly recommend if you can find a job where you work from home, man. It makes the work-life balance 50 times better. I only have to go in the office a couple times a week. And other than that, I'm literally in the same room. This is my one setup here for my personal computer. And then my work computer, you can literally see my monitor right there. So, you know, you sit in Zoom meetings. Ooh, pawn shop. Man, you must have some wild stuff come through the doors. And I only say that because I've watched Pawn Stars about 50 million times. You know? Pawn shops, I'm sure it's interesting. What are your most controversial picks for pound? That I don't know if I'd put Fury. Fury's resume is so fucking weak. I don't even know if I'd put him on. Probably he'd barely make my top 10, if at all. That's my biggest thing. I too watch Pawn Stars. That's probably my big thing. Put it this way. 3080 in my PC only cost me 200. Holy shit. Does Joe Joyce replace Fury? Joe Joyce's resume is just very paper thin. I would put it this way. Other than Usyk, there's no real heavyweights I have like in the top 10 other than maybe Fury. Joe Joyce just has a very lackluster resume. Other than the Parker win was a really big win. That was probably the win that I was like, wow. And I know people will say, oh, the Takam win. What about the Dubois win? Takam's old, and, you know, Dubois was very young and green. When you can't, have enough head movement to not get punched in the face with a jab for 8 rounds. I don't know what to tell you. He's still too green. So I would say Fury's resume is a little bit better. He's definitely better. Wilder was really dangerous. White. An old Klitschko, but still Klitschko, you know. Oh yeah, no, Usyk is the best heavyweight in the division. I think you could make an argument for Fury, but we won't know until we actually see what happens with Tyson Fury. What happened to, we're giving him a time limit on this WBC belt, and then it turned into, oh, well, now they're going to make this fight happen, and it's not happening with Usyk because Usyk's hurt. So what about this fight with AJ? And it's not happening. It's just like, I'm just getting tired of it. Yeah, I think Usyk's right about the same. Yeah. Bro, no way Char is a title fight. Number 19 in the WBC. Oh my God. Oh yeah, no, I think Fury absolutely wants to. That's why he picks fights that he knows he can win. The only one I will say, the Klitschko one, that was a pretty risky fight at the time. You know? So Fury was fat, overweight, on the sniff, and came back and became the best. That is true. I will give Fury a lot of credit for that. Dude, fucking Char. Oh my God. Oh, so John, I had to redo the stream. YouTube got mad at me. YouTube got mad at me and they punish me for putting on the Joe Joyce versus Joseph Parker fight that I was watching on fucking YouTube. So go fucking figure. We call it the sniff. When being on the cocaine. I don't know if we have a certain name for, I mean, coked. You're coked out, probably. Looks like AJ's body shots were hurting Usyk. I know, that is the one thing. I thought that AJ looked better, a lot better, actually. Cocaine, man. I get it, but I don't get it. Never been my thing. Never been my thing. Too rich for too rich for me. No, thank you. All right, next fight. God, Junior Bacon Cheeseburger. This guy's fucking nickname is Junior Bacon Cheeseburger. Holy crap. Past 4 years, but oh, dude, that's good, man. It's too expensive, and I've never been a fan. Pretty sure Joe Joyce is mandatory. I know he's up there. He's up there in mandatory status now. Joe Joyce has definitely played that game. He's looked at who he has to beat to get a title shot. And to Joe Joyce's credit, he's gone, I'm going to take that guy, and then that guy, and then that guy, and I'm going to win. And that's what he's done. And to his credit, he did it pretty good. Whoa, that's crazy. See, in the US, now you got to be careful because there's fentanyl laced in everything, and yeah, it's not good. Joyce has done a really good job. I have to give him credit where credit's due. Joe Joyce has done a really good job of moving himself along in a pretty decent pace to get into title contention. Wilder, Beterbiev, Inoue, Triple G, and Tank. I would say that's all. I think that's a pretty valid list. Oh, dude, that's crazy. Yeah, that scares the hell out of me. No, thank you. Especially nowadays, because most, well, not most, but a bunch of states are legalizing pot. You want your fix, and you want to make sure you don't have to worry about crap. Dude, Canelo was very scary in 2021. He looked pretty unstoppable in 2021. He looked like a non-stop killing machine. MTC oil is about it for me, says John. Adonis Canelo versus Jeffrey Canelo. Chad Canelo. It's my current pound for pound top 5. It'd probably be Usyk, Crawford. 3 is the hard one for me. Because you can make a couple cases. I personally like, probably in a way, I think you could put Canelo maybe there at 4 or 5. And then Spence maybe? Maybe? Somewhere around there? So, it's definitely going to be Usyk. Definitely going to be Crawford. Definitely going to have Inoue there at some point in the top 5. You can shuffle them around. Canelo, I think, should be in the top 5. I don't think the Bivol fight is too big of a deal. Some people like kicked him off pound for pound list. I'm like, eh. And then Spence maybe, but even still, it's probably Spence. It's really tough. I hate doing pound for pound lists, man. Could have a drink with any fighter. Who would it be? Living or dead? That would be my question to you on that one. Because it would greatly change based off if they're alive or dead. No credit for going up in weight. Exactly. He's fighting with Bivol with very similar to, yeah, Duran versus Hearn without the stoppage. Smaller guy going. Dude, the other part about it too, Canelo has gone up a bunch of weight classes throughout his career, man. I would say living. I think it would. Chisora is up there. Chisora is like, I might have to go Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury would be very entertaining, but Chisora I think would also be. I feel like Chisora would be the kind of guy that would get drunk and then he would offer you actually like really, really, really good sound advice for life. You know, I feel like Chisora has that way about him. He sometimes says things and you're like, well, that's actually kind of a profound kind of insight. I think George Foreman would be fun as fuck to sit down with and have a beer with. George Foreman looks like he can hang. Absolutely can hang. And he would be a really fun to like get some, because you get like, you got to remember, Foreman fought the greats back in the day, and then he fought Evander Holyfield, and he fought in the 90s. Like I bet he has some good stories. I bet he has some good one. Luis Cesar Chavez, that's a good one too. Who else? Ali, I think, a young 20s Ali would be interesting. I would also probably say Spence. I'll be DD for Spence. I'd be DD for Spence all day, every day. You know? Who would you have a slapping contest with? Ooh. De La Hoya would probably be wearing women's clothing when drunk. If I do slapping contest, I'm trying to think who has the softest punch I could think of. Clarissa Shields. I'd take Clarissa Shields. Pico has a dislocated shoulder. Wait, what? Pico has a dislocated shoulder? This shows you how much I'm paying attention. Was Kambosos mandatory rematch? It was a mandatory rematch based off the contract. Yes. Caleb Plant looks like he's got some pretty soft hands. And if you want to know, just watch that whole that whole press conference with Canelo. Canelo just did not did not care about Caleb Plant trying to slap him. I think Kambosos could be interesting to have a drink with. Mike Tyson, I think could be. I wouldn't want to drink with Mike. I want to have like a smoke session with Mike, because that's more his speed. And he seems like he would be like, he just seems like such a chill. I know he only smokes. A smoke session with Mike would be real fun, man. Drunk Mike Tyson, drunk. It would be scary, maybe. Play for punch on the bicep with Jake Paul or Caleb Plant. Jake Paul's rocking that, like, what, 190. Caleb Plant's still down at 168. I'd probably take Caleb Plant, maybe. You know? Who would you have a submission match with? Oh, God. Submission match. I'm trying to think of traditionally garbage ground game for UFC. Conor McGregor. I don't know. I would say, I don't know. I don't know jack shit about submission, so I'd probably be just as bad. Vinny would probably be a dance floor. He dances like he moves in the ring. Oh, they're trying to get his arm back in the socket. Dude. Christian Shields glove. That's right, 407. Pro 7's got my answer. Dude, they are trying to pull his arm back into his socket right now in the corner. Pat Barry. I think he fixed it. I think he maybe fixed it. What the hell, man? Only in Bellator. You know who might be an interesting person to get a drink with? I might need a translator, because I feel like after they had a couple, I'm not going to be able to understand their English at all. And that would be maybe Usyk. Usyk, he can dance, so he can hit the dance floor if he wants to. He's funny. You know? Still, yeah, it's still out. Dude, oh. Dude, yeah, no, your body's messed up. He's gonna ask him to go like this. Usyk drunkenly slurring, I very feel. That's not good. Thanks, Sherlock. I told you, man. Win an arm wrestling match. Canelo or Logan Paul? Probably Canelo. I don't know, man. This is not good. Oh, it's over. Look, I get it. That sucks. But that's really tough. But look. He was a D1 wrestler, that's true, but Canelo's a 4-weight world champion, so there's that. I will say this about Bellator with this decision to stop this fight. There's a couple things I'm thinking. One, Could he maybe have still fought? Sure. Sure, he could have. But the biggest thing you always have to compare yourself to if you're Bellator is the fact that your direct competitor, the UFC, has a very long record of pretty decent fighters coming out with their health even after giant fights and wars. You know? So if you end up where you become the dangerous version of MMA, not good. If there's permanent damage that continues to happen in your sport under your promotion, it's not going to look good. So I think that's probably a smart play. Do a rematch if you want. It's big. One punch on the jaw. Fury or Joshua? My jaw's going to get broken either way. Either one of them hits me, my jaw's broken. Do I want a 275-pound, 6'9" monster punching me in the face, or do I want a 6'6", 245-pound monster punching me in the face? Make it special, so I'll take us to it. I'll do it against Fury. Man, that's rough. That's rough. You can't boo the guy. He won. The guy dislocated his shoulder. It is what it is. That's all good. I love that. You're gonna slip AJ's punch. My goodness. Okay, so where are we on this Bellator card? Let's take a quick peek. I don't think that was the right answer, guys. I don't think there's a win-win in that situation. I think you lose either way. Okay, so we had two. Oh, they're booing him. Poor guy. We're at the co-main. It's working okay for me, Shrek. I don't think there was a right answer for that. That's true. Guy's got a hairline like me. So we have AJ McKee next against Spike Carell. I don't know. What situation would be worse for you? Tank's uppercut against Leo Santa Cruz or Ryan Garcia's liver shot against Campbell? Oh, that's a tough one because liver shots suck. Yeah, mine's working fine too. Tall Kid, I would say the only thing that would be beneficial about the Tank uppercut is I wouldn't even feel it. I wouldn't even feel it. It'd just be nighty night, good night. Go out cold and deal with the liver shot. Yeah, I think that's probably the right answer, Shrek. That's where I was heading with that. That's probably the smart one. It's probably the best if you're going to have to. You know? Tank would miss if I stepped on my tippy toes. Yeah, that too. Would you rather McGregor or Fury being your brother-in-law? Ooh. That's a good question. I like that. I think Conor McGregor. I think Thanksgiving with Conor McGregor at the table would be more entertaining. He'd get drunk. He'd get drunk on his own whiskey and like cause a ruckus and then try to knock out grandma. So that would be entertaining. Don't forget your fucking sister. But I think Fury overall, when you put it like that, I think Fury would be more interesting. I think Fury. I think I'd take Fury. I think the entertainment value would be Conor McGregor at Thanksgiving. The quality, though, would probably be Tyson Fury, because Tyson Fury gives everyone in his family some kind of fucking job, man. Fury's a gypsy. That'd be hella interesting. It would be. Last time McGregor got drunk next to an old guy, it didn't go end very well. Exactly. I bet he'd be eyeing up. I guarantee McGregor would get a couple drinks in and start eyeing up grandma. I think he would start trying to figure out how he could knock her ass out. She's getting a little uppity, chirping a little bit, raising that voice. You know, Conor goes up to get a second piece of pie. She starts talking about he's putting on the LBs and looking a little fat around the midsection. You know? Grandma's getting a little chirpy. Conor doesn't like that. He can fix that. Take a little more proper 12 and break her jaw. Let's go. So, there you go. You know what game I've been waiting on? A new 3D Mario. Like, you mean like Mario Odyssey? Love Mario Odyssey. So, yes, I am waiting for that as well, Tall Kid. I love Mario games. I've played all of them? Maybe all of them? That old crusty bitch had it coming. I saw that Werther's. Does anyone know Werther's butterscotch? That's a really old reference. I saw that hard candy in her purse, acting like she didn't have any. Mario Galaxy 2 is my personal favorite. That is a really good game. I do like the classic Mario N64, although looking back on it and actually playing it through emulators, it's not quite like I remembered it. Mario 3 is probably one of my favorites all time. I can play that game over and over and over again. But, I mean, if you're gonna it's technically his name's in the game Mario Kart. You know? Mario N64 is a hood classic. What do you mean? I don't know if it's a hood classic. It's a I'm from the 90s classic. Because that shit was crazy. I don't want drunk McGregor dragging me out of bed after too many proper 12s. Oh my God. That's true. That's true. I don't know. And then, you know, the other thing about Tyson Fury too, he's always, you ever see that thing that Tyson Fury always has in his, like, at his house? It's this like little gypsy caravan that he has at his house that he's like, he always talks about being a gypsy. And when I'm in here, even though I'm 6'9" and I'm way too big for this little tiny caravan, it feels like home. I feel comfortable because I'm a gypsy. At least that's a good place. You know that thing's always perfect if you went out to the pub and had a ton of drinks, boom, guaranteed housing. Guaranteed housing. Guaranteed couch to sleep on. You just slip into the little caravan and you're good to go. He probably wouldn't even know you're there. So let's put it this way. I have my brother-in-law is 6'8". Dude, that's awesome. I want one of those caravans. I wonder what they cost. Caravans are, dude, if they have solid wheels, I would take that out hunting all the time. All the time. Yeah, John, you think so? I guess you're not digging McCree. So, as cheap as 500. Oh, expensive one goes to 40,000. Okay. Damn. That is expensive. I honestly, whenever I go camping, I just sleep in the back of my 4Runner, which works. But it would be nice to have like something a little bit bigger or a little bit more roomy. Something like that would be fun. You know? New Super Mario Brothers for the original DS. I have not. I have not played the new Super Mario Brothers for the original DS. I have not. DS was a handheld that came in right when I switched to PlayStation, I think, a lot more. So much nostalgia playing 2-player and fighting on the blue shells or mega shrooms. Hell yeah. Use them. Oh. 2-day drinking with no sleep. Jesus. I mean, look, it's always nice to have like something like, so yeah, like I say, I put down all the seats in my 4Runner and I could put a whole futon mattress in the back. That's true, John. We did have a camper. When we went to elk camp. That was nice. John and I would sleep in this camper. I love that thing because it got like the retro paint, like retro decals on it and stuff. It kept us dry. That's the one thing. Holy hell, thank God it kept us dry. That one elk season, holy shit. It just didn't stop raining ever. That might be the most rain I've seen in a couple days. It was just nonstop. Nonstop. A lot of people here in the Midwest have like campers or RVs and stuff like that. I'm kind of interested, kind of not. Wow, Spikes came out in full British warrior garb. Nobody gets fucked up like the English. We sleep in pig shit, wake up. Crack a beer, dude. Yeah, that's true. You guys go pretty hard. The only people that go harder are juggalos. Juggalos go the hardest. Juggalos literally will party for an entire week and then will forget not only where they live, but their first name. Cameron, it's happened, just about to happen. They just did the preview highlights for it. So, should be happening probably in the next 10 minutes. It'll probably start. 5 minutes, they'll maybe do ring walk. Roughly. depending on how much they want to stretch stuff out, because they just had a fight previously and quickly because of a dislocated shoulder. So these guys look like they're ready to go. They at least have gloves on, taped up. You guys showing that Zuck got caught in 4K in the Discord? Looking at you. Well, I think his wife was right next to him in that too. That's bad. I gotta show this to everyone. You guys are so fucking funny, man.
That Spike can't get after him and start putting pressure and making him carry that extra weight.
Can't show that.
I also feel that AJ McKee on the ground is extremely dangerous with his long limbs. He's really quick on snatching up those arms, snatching up those triangles.
Here it is.
And I think if he's going to get the submission
Zuck
or the
caught in
knockout win, he's going to have
4K.
to do it in quick transitions. That's the way he gets it done.
Let's talk about Spike Carlisle here. He goes by the Alpha Ginger. He has another nickname. It's the Crucifixion. And I want to make sure I got this right here. He says, so I can crucify my opponent's demons when I fight.
I'm good. I'm good. Is audio okay now? Are we good with audio? Am I still alive? I'm still on YouTube. I'm okay. Yes, that is the guy from the metaverse. We can't get 2 strikes on one stream. Just watch me. Is that the guy from Fortnite? Let's see if I did get a strike. Hold on. Okay. I didn't get any strike from YouTube. Sweet. Mark Zuckerberg just chilling and staring. So it kind of makes sense. I don't know if you've seen Mark Zuckerberg's wife. You know, he's got a type. That's all I'm going to say. Zuckerberg has a type. And that's very much fits his type. So. Oh, dude, he's doing the Hulk Hogan walk. Okay, this is a legendary walkout. If I was in the metaverse, I would slap Tyson Fury. I told you 407. You see what I mean? Yeah. I don't know if you guys knew that one. He's got a type. In case people aren't aware, I'll just spell it out for you. This is Mark Zuckerberg's wife. You see what I'm saying? I don't think about the metaverse and I don't plan on it. So I can tell you a little bit about what's interesting about it. So right now, generally trending for Facebook, their Gen Z population is just doing this. It's just, they are losing Gen Z consumers constantly. And they've literally expanded about as far as they possibly can. Facebook is at the point now where Mark Zuckerberg's putting in internet every place he possibly can in the world to continue to grow Facebook. So for them, they're literally running out of population. They can't grow anymore. And they're at this plateau with people more my age, between the ages of like, I think they said like 30 to 50. They've kind of plateaued. At anyone that's below that, more your Gen Z, they're going down. And the boomer generation, the older generation, has gone up and has continued to go up a little bit. But then you run into an age problem of eventually customers either dying off or eventually getting stale. Because if they get stale at all at that higher age range, you're basically screwed. So I think this is why Zuckerberg and them are going after Metaverse, because they're very much interested in being that next hot, latest, greatest thing. And they think that's the Metaverse. They think that's what will get Gen Z very much interested and sticking around and wanting to interact with them more. So, yeah. Imagine her ex being Tyson Fury. We could share if he wants. Imagine getting cucked by Tyson Fury. Fucking hell. Epic Games is already ahead of Facebook when Epic Games. Yeah, I can believe that. Boomers are sick of the censorship. Meta sucks. Well, that's the thing, John. Exactly to your point. Boomer generation, they came in kind of a little bit slower, a little bit behind those other generations, but when they came in, they loved it at first. Like, it was a huge, I mean, it's still a pretty big deal because it's how they connect with old friends. They keep up with everyone in their family. Like, I know my mom doesn't use any other social media other than Facebook, and it's how she sees her grandkids, everything. So for her, it's great. But to your point, John, the more they start censoring crap, they're going to start losing people. So no, the main target audiences that you're going to want to have on Facebook, actually, they found that the number one person that's on Facebook that spreads the most engagement, as well as continuously spreads links to Facebook to bring people back to get eyes on the platform, is pissed off women, pretty much. Ditzelbox, thanks for the follow, appreciate it, man. It's pretty much the number one, but I'd probably, just like every company I've ever been at, literally, Shrek, every one of them wants to be in that sweet spot of like 25-year-olds. Your mom spreads the most. So they found that between outrage or really positive, either way, it gets spread the most through basically women. So you don't want to age to a point where you become uncool to the newer generation, because then eventually you're going to age yourself out and and your numbers are going to drop off a cliff. You got to think of like shareholders, people on the board. What are they looking at? They're looking for pure profit. So there's actually a great video on this if you guys ever want to see it, that breaks it all down. It's really, really interesting. I deleted all of social media 3 years ago. I feel free. That's actually pretty awesome. Here we go. Whoa. Spike coming out. Oh, man. This is awesome. This is actually awesome. I like this. Go for it, boys. Carlisle, getting a little wild. Carlisle's got to be really careful. Age 20 years when I deleted all social media. This is like very fast paced, which I absolutely love. Mom, yeah, that's his catchphrase, Shrek. I hate it. McKee, I think, is actually weathered the storm pretty well. Well, social media is interesting because Facebook I go on extremely rarely. Instagram I'm almost done with. The only reason I keep Instagram at all is because I talked to a couple of my college friends from it. That's how I connect with a couple of my college buddies. And Facebook I have to keep, so that's the only way, like, my aunts, my uncles, my mom can see pictures of my kid. Soon to be kids. And then other than that, TikTok is the only reason I'm keeping TikTok around is because I hit 40,000 followers on there and I make money off of it a little bit. So Snap is either A, stay connected with people, or B, slide into a girl's DMs. I've never been into Snapchat. It's never been my thing. I get the premise of it. It's just never been my thing. And I've tried like all these different social medias too. Some are really good, some are really bad. And Snap just never really, I don't know. You got to remember back when I was in college and I was in high school and I was sliding into girls' DMs. When I was in high school, you couldn't even have a Facebook unless you had a college email. And then when I was in college, it was only college students on there. Literally, it was only college students. So that's where you slipped into girls' DMs. You know? It's been proven it listens to you. Absolutely, it does. People can always be connected with you on Facebook. That's true. I mean, in contact with you on Facebook. That's true. TikTok is scary because random people are feeding children information that isn't true. Oh yeah, no, TikTok is a good thing and bad thing. It has, I've met some really cool people. Depends on what side of TikTok you're on. And I've seen some really awesome, cool stuff on TikTok, and I've seen some terrible stuff on TikTok. Oh shit, he might rear naked choke him. It does ruin your attention span. I do agree with that, Shrek. Although today I didn't have any problem with my attention span, and I was out hiking for hours, well, hunting for hours and hours and hours and hours. But I do agree it does screw up your attention span pretty bad. I was okay today, but yeah, we'll see what happens come deer season if I can sit still. You know? Hanging themselves for oh, dude. In the UK, and 3 kids have died. That's the thing. So I'll say this. TikTok feeds you exactly what you want. And that's the one thing I found. So I have 2 TikTok accounts. One is kind of like Glove Talk, which I don't really post too much, almost at all, because it just never got too much traction. And there's not a huge fight community on there, and it's almost all stolen material from highlights from fights and stuff like that. And my other channel, the outdoor channel, the one that's actually like doing really well, is I only see hunting stuff. I only see guys shooting big bucks and duck hunting and geese hunting and everything else. I see fishing. That's it. I don't see cosplay girls, asking me to join some spicy website or any of the other garbage. I don't see food blogs. I don't see any of that crap. I only see hunting on it. So well, that's the thing. Kids they just keep swiping. I got mad ADHD. Yeah, that's true. Crazy round, right, Wolf? TikTok. So yeah, that's the problem with TikTok. It's really not meant for kids. The kind of content that's on there, it's not meant for kids. It's actually okay for adults if you know how to like manage yourself, but for kids, it's terrible. I got this one guy on my For You page that will come up and go, bro, get the fuck off TikTok, you loser, to keep me productive. That's pretty awesome. The only thing that I like about TikTok is their algorithm's stupid easy. For the most part, it's pretty easy to get stuff to go viral on it. So, oh, dude, I can't remember that. Yeah, no way. The only thing is, I will say as a teenager, having access to the internet, I saw a lot worse stuff than I see on TikTok. Pain Olympics, Rotten.com. Yeah, I saw a lot of really bad stuff back in the day on the internet. Like, or Andrew Tate on TikTok to talk shit about me being lazy. Honestly, like the only reason to be on TikTok is to help yourself either build a brand around something that you actually want to do. Like, let's say like you have a YouTube channel, a Twitch channel. It's really good for that. It's really good for that. It's good if you can pick a lane of stuff that you really like and you want to see like more into that kind of general category. It's really good. Like if you're a car guy, oh man, it's awesome. But you got to be really strict with the stuff that comes up on your For You page. Shrek, I think, did you delete it? These guys are pretty tired, which I don't blame them because the first round they went absolutely apeshit on each other. Carlisle, I don't think is going to win this fight so far. No, not yet. I do like the fact that, I mean, you can also set time. I believe you could set a time limit for yourself on the app too. So that's a good way to start at least. YouTube's pretty awesome. The only I use a couple social medias, but like I said, Instagram's probably the one I use. I mean, I don't see pictures on Instagram anymore from my friends. It's all advertisements. So it's just DMs from my friends. Probably I go on TikTok mostly because I have a lot of followers on my other channel. On my outdoor channel, I have a lot of followers I interact with and people I talk with, so. Oh, perfect. So if you've added everyone on TikTok, you can add it on Snap, then you're pretty good. If adults can't control themselves, how can the kids? Yeah, that's true. Like I said, if you... McKee... If you're going to promote something, or if you have like a Twitch channel, a YouTube channel, that's a good reason to have TikTok. It's basically to promote that stuff. So. Yeah, I mean, I'd say a huge portion of the people that follow me on TikTok with my outdoor channel are probably I'd say my demographics look pretty much like teenagers, guys in their 30s, and then I have a huge amount of boomers that follow me on TikTok. They love my stuff on TikTok. Like, if you go through, you scroll through my TikTok followers, it's a lot of people with a lot of gray hair. They just love talking about the stuff I like talking about, which is usually historical mountain men and hunters and stuff like that. So they dig it, which is fun. Further I get into boxing, I'll use TikTok to promote myself. That's a good way to do it. I mean, fuck, Dave Allen in boxing probably got as big as he did purely based off Instagram, man. Like, Dave Allen promoted the shit out of himself as a fairly mediocre boxer, you know, to get some pretty good fights. Oh, well, yeah, Shrek, that and dark web stuff's pretty bad. Reason when I go on TikTok, it's full of father inspirational talk. Dude, that sucks. I don't understand it. TikTok, man. The other thing too, there's a video floating around about Joe Rogan talking about their terms of use, and it's pretty crazy. It's pretty bad, Shrek. It's not good for your mind, that's for sure. Man, this third round, McKee's winning this right now. Oh. I would say, Shrek, maybe this Silk Trail is probably one of the worst things that's on the internet. It's up there. Silk Road's pretty up there. Oh, you have a fiance, dude? You have to be careful. Yeah, that's for sure. If you have a fiance, if you live with a woman, you really got to be careful. Oh yeah, no, it is. It is very, like, very much so. Silk Road was a whole different level. I will say that you're right to agree for sure, Shrek, because it was interesting. So many times you can jerk off in the bathroom, sick, you know. Oh my god. Just take a lot of showers. That's true, Shrek. I mean, search bar wise, it's pretty bad. That's true. McKee might get the... Dude, McKee's beating the crap out of him. Dude, Carlisle's not looking good. I would hear the Xbox achievement sound when I... New FAP record. My God. Blood everywhere. I'll search stepsister, bro. Don't worry. It is interesting how that became such a thing. Oh, that's a guillotine. I think this is going to be over. Yeah, he could burn his arms out, but there's a minute 40 left. Burn him out, man. We got Maine after this. Can't have, it's human nature. That's true. Dude, they're still rocking and rolling. Dude, if Carlisle could pull off that naked choke, man, this blood is crazy. Yeah, dude, it's fucking everywhere. Toe hook. I've never seen, I don't know if I've seen too many toe hooks. These guys are just exhausted. That blood is not helping at all for any of these chokes or holds. I would say probably the worst thing that's probably come out on the internet is probably OnlyFans, honestly. OnlyFans is pretty bad. The reason I say that it's worse is in the sense that it's really given a false illusion to so many people. I should say that so many women that they can make easy money, and they start one and they don't, but now they've literally put pictures of themselves all over the internet. So, you know. Damn, dude. This was a pretty lopsided fight. Hey, John, you did not. You almost had it. That first round was crazy. I'd say, Shrek, it's not a good thing to normalize. In general. So, trust me, Shrek. Just become a dad. Just become a dad, and changes everything. Dude, so much blood in his face. I have to wonder if that really affected his vision severely. Oh my God, that cut. He's going to need some serious stitches from that. Dude, retire young is the ideal. It's not easy to do, but with the way things cost these days, I don't be like Bob Arum or First Holyfield. One-sided card. Yep. AJ easily won that one. Yeah. Yeah, if you work for yourself, and are successful, or some, not all, some people that are in the various forms of armed forces can sometimes get to pretty high rankings and can, you know, go from there and retire pretty young. But, you know, if you want to deal with physical and mental trauma, then you could do that. I mean, you know, Shrek, you never know, man. You're a young guy. Keep your options open. I know it's crazy, but you know what? You might as well go, man. You might as well try. You know? You're fairly young. So let's see now what the main card is going to look like. That was a battle. So he's too extra. Yeah, he is extra, isn't he? That's what I was saying about him, Shrek. All right. I'll be right back. All right. Main coming up, John. Yes. Yeah, Toxic. He's actually has a fight like this. He has like a fight this year or something like that. Shrek's been pretty into it lately for a little while now. But I'll say this, man. When I was 15, I didn't really limit myself. You should always go after what you want, man. And then you do this, Shrek. Let's say you don't make it as a pro athlete. You just become a coach. Those who cannot do, teach. There's a reason there's a saying like that. See what I'm saying? Yeah, there's a good tip right there. You know? When and where, put your mind to anything you want to be. That's right, man. If you want to do promotional, hell yeah, just be a lawyer. Save the sport. Be a lawyer like Bob and sue all of their asses. I stumbled into my career, honestly. I had no interest in my line of work whatsoever. You know? I'm the last hope for boxing after Buck versus Spence. Oh man, that's fucking awesome. Yeah, as long as you're not afraid to take a punch, you'll be okay. Broken nose, jaw, fractured skull. Jesus. No defense. Oh, yeah, that'll get you hit a few times. That's good, though. It's good to take your licks. Why do you like getting hit? Oh, so you had the Joe Joyce defense. So you had a Joe Joyce defense. I got it, Shrek. You know, I'll say this way. I'll put it this way, Shrek. You probably have a better chance of doing well in boxing and making money or a career out of that than most people do that are your age that want to become professional YouTubers or streamers. So, you know. Like, how many kids these days want to be YouTubers and streamers and they think it's so easy just to do this stuff? And I got some news for them. It's way hard. It's way harder than they think. And if you need to prove to anyone that being a boxer, a pro boxer, you have a better chance of doing that than becoming a professional streamer, just remember that Twitch, the CEO of Twitch says that you have to literally go to another platform, create an audience to bring to Twitch, and 8 million people stream on Twitch every month. So you have 1 in 800. You have 1 in 8 million. There's your odds. And on top of that, when big streamers are streaming on Twitch, they're the top 3 streamers or 4 streamers when they're streaming to, like, in terms of numbers, they'll eat up about 60% of the entire audience on Twitch at that time. That's crazy. So, I mean, even if you don't have to stream 12 hours a day, there's people that take breaks and, you know, they do 6-hour streams. 6 hours is probably a pretty good length of time. 4-hour streams are a little bit better. But I'll just tell you, it's everyone thinks it's easy. You know, just sit behind the computer screen and edit videos for hours. There's a reason I pretty much only stream right now on this. Like, so yeah. If you want to make good videos, you have to do a ton of editing. It sucks. It's my least favorite part about making videos. Dude, streaming is fun. It's not the streaming that burns you out. It's doing 3 streams a week plus doing other video content on top of that burns you out. Plus having a regular job, plus having a wife and son, that will burn you out. If I was a single bachelor, probably wouldn't have been that big of a problem. But you know, responsibilities. You know. Yeah, unless you're like really into it. Like, I'll give you an example. The best thing you can listen to. One of the most impressive things I've actually heard on Joe Rogan's podcast was listening to Mr. Beast talk about YouTube. It was fascinating. I never watched a Mr. Beast video ever. Never, ever. I was like, this guy's a clown. This seems like a gimmick. This seems like a joke. I don't like this just seems like all like clickbait. Never watched a video. That was just my perception from his thumbnails, right? So they're always so over the top. And then he went on Joe Rogan. I think I was gonna like mow my lawn or something like that. And I usually pop in my headphones and just, you know, do my thing. And legit, I start listening to him and I'm like, holy crap. It's insane. It's insane. It just because you're like, okay, that guy has an insane, he's had this passion for an insane amount of time and he's really good at it. You know? It's crazy. So many, imagine being someone like XQC. Oh, dude, I show speed. Yeah. Whatever. Yeah. You just pick. Yeah. The name. Having to entertain people and consistently 5 days a week. Yeah. I mean, sometimes it can be easier than other times, depending on what you're doing. I mean, my favorite is GTA RP. That's really entertaining. That's super, and it helps a lot because you have other people helping you make content. That's why I remember I thought I was gonna play Elden Ring with you guys, and I started playing it. I was like thinking to myself in the back of my head, like, dude, this is boring as shit. I'm like, this is not. I can feel you guys watching me, and I can tell you right now, this is not entertaining content. You know? I can tell you right now. Listen to two 30-year-old blokes laying the pipe. If your streaming ends bad for you, Chatterbait always have an open spot for you. Oh, God. I've been banned from all the servers on GTA RP. Dude, I almost did Red Dead Redemption 2 RP, but I actually got approved to like the big server, like the one server everyone wanted to get on, and I never did it. I like wanted to, and then I just got really nervous about it, and I was just like, I don't think I'm gonna do it. I've probably watched No Pixel now for like 4 or 5 years, on and off. Love that. Yeah, it's not really that big of a scene, which is sad because Red Dead Redemption 2 is like my favorite game of all time. No Pixels though is like a fucking unbelievable. I'll say this, I can understand why modern media is mad at streamers. I know why they're mad at like YouTubers. It all makes sense when you think about it. I can watch people on YouTube for hours on end. I can watch people make way better content. I've seen stuff on No Pixel, GTA RP that's better than some of the more recent movies I've seen. The storyline's better, the character arc's better, the police chases are better. So fun. With all the roadmen from the UK. Oh, dude, that's got to be some interesting conversations. So, here we go. Pitbull's now getting into the ring. Here comes his ring walk. Let's see how it looks. This guy is like the Conor McGregor back when Conor McGregor was huge, right? So we'll see how it is. Benzel, hi, how you doing, man? All right. Main event. I gotta say, Bellator is not too bad, man. I'm just chatting about it because otherwise they get banned. But if you want, there you go. Enjoy. Since you're the only person to ask tonight, go ahead, take it. Enjoy, my friend. So, oh yeah, dude, no problem. Glad I did, man. I just learned a lot more about the sport overall after training. Oh, dude, yeah, no, for sure. It makes you appreciate it a lot more. I mean, anytime you can engross yourself actually in the sport, so much better. And plus, Shrek, if you ever get done and you don't become a professional boxer and everything like that, you can just always take up hunting. You're in, you know, go hunting like I do. Or you don't have to worry about relying on other people other than yourself. And you compete against everyone else. Damn, Pitbull's tiny. 5'6", 5'11". Honestly, Shrek, this stuff though, for diet wise, best thing that you can eat. Lean red meat. Super lean, super good for you. My feet right now, dude, my feet after hiking or hunting today, brutal. John, yeah, you're third bourbon, third cigar. Second sparkling ice. Oh, man. This challenger guy is huge, though. He's 5'11". To diet young? Oh, yeah, no. Don't do any dieting when you're that young. But in terms of healthiness, it's extremely healthy for you. I can still eat like shit and I'm still in reasonably good shape. Well, yeah, you're fucking 15. At 15, I could eat like half a dozen chicken wings and an entire pizza and then still have a six-pack. I used to eat everything in my entire fucking house when I was 15. That's the blessing of being 15, though. All right, here we go. Main event. Yeah, dude, don't diet. Just eat healthier, if anything. Create good habits. Wacky stuff, and I'm still lean, and I'm 19. One thing I would say, don't diet, but learn about nutrition and how to cook. Cooking is a skill that you should absolutely indulge in. Learning how to cook is super important. That's the best skill. I remember going to college and having roommates that didn't know how to cook anything. Like, they would make grilled cheese every day for every meal because they just like didn't know how to make anything. They'd make toast that have cereal. They didn't know how to make anything. You know? Learn to cook. That's the best. That's probably one of the best things you could do. Best thing you can do to starting to learn is find one of your favorite foods that you like to eat. Maybe your mom makes it. Maybe your dad makes it. Maybe it's something you always get at your favorite restaurant when you go out. And then look up how to make that. Watch videos on it on YouTube. See how complicated it is. Find a really easy version of it. Someone that does like step by step. And then I would probably talk to your parents and be like, hey, I want to learn how to make this. Can we get these groceries to make this? That's how, I started cooking. That's how I started. I would say to my dad, hey, I really want a steak, or I really want a burger, or I want this. And he's like, I'll teach you how to make it, and then you're going to just make it yourself. My high school yearbook senior photo, it still drives my mom crazy. My high school senior year high school senior photo literally is me flipping a burger at the grill. It's like the burger's like midair. Yeah, absolutely learn how to make it yourself. It really helps because then you get it your way. And then you can like figure out how to make it really well. Oh no, dude, let me tell you, learning how to cook is going to make your life so much better when you become 20. When you're like 25 and when you hit college, right? Let me tell you something. It's a lot easier to invite a girl over if you're going to cook for her than it is and cheaper than bringing her to a restaurant. Plus, then you're already at your place. Let's put it that way. There's a fun fact for you. Okay. Microwave mac and cheese. The other thing too is don't get too much into the pretentious stuff. You know, like Gordon Ramsay's cool. I love Gordon, but he's gonna like ask you to buy something that you've probably never heard of, and you probably can't find at most stores. You know, stuff like that. Don't start there. If you want a really easy book, get Jamie Oliver's Food Revolution. Is probably the easiest step by step with full pictures, foolproof like cookbook. But honestly, the internet. Like making your own mac and cheese is very easy, and you can make it 10 times better. 10 times better. I'm telling you. But learning how to like cook meat, learn how to use a grill. Learn to use a grill. Learn to use a cast iron skillet. Learn how to use proper non-stick pans, and then eventually when you're gotten past that, learn how to properly use steel pans. But start with like cast iron and non-stick, because you can't break cast iron. It's like it's impossible to. And then non-stick, you just can't do high heat with it. Learn how to make scrambled eggs. Like that's actually the test that Gordon Ramsay uses for a lot of his first time chefs when they want to, like, he wants to test someone. He's like, make me an omelet. He'll always say, make me an omelet. Make me an omelet of whatever you want. You know? Yeah, but can you do an over easy egg? Because over easy eggs are the shit. Good piece of toast, over easy egg. Oh my God. Dude, he got him mid-air with that left hand. Wow. That's actually a crazy punch. The other thing too, Shrek, that's really good about learning how to cook. If you end up dating a girl that doesn't know how to cook all that well, you now become the rock star and the chef in the kitchen. And yeah, girls like that. And if you're curious how I know that, you can ask my wife. Learning how to fry things and making steak. Yeah, absolutely. Keep things simple though. Pick your favorite things that you want, that you always want. Like I always wanted to learn how to make, like I love ribs. Love baby back ribs. So I learned how to make baby back ribs without a smoker in the oven. There's a sexist joke that could be made, but I'm choosing not for cheap laughs. Oh man. I'll tell you what though. The way to a woman's heart is definitely through her belly. If you cook a really good meal, yeah, she's gonna be impressed. She's gonna be liking you a lot. I remember this girl was kind of interested in me. I was kind of interested in her. And there was another guy that was kind of in the mix a little bit. And I can't remember what happened, but we're at a buddy's place and it was like early morning. And I made eggs, right? For everybody, and like toast and everything like that. Some bacon, a little bit. Didn't do anything too crazy. And the girl that was kind of interested in me compared to the other guy, she looks at the other guy and goes, your eggs are always like burnt and like crispy and stuff. His eggs are way better. And I was just like, yes, that's right. Yeah, John's been married 3 times because of his cooking. There's or a gun. Jokes. I was just kidding. Wow, this round so far, not too bad. Pitbull definitely seems to have the power. But yeah, cooking. Definitely learn how to do it. Simple stuff first. And then it'll make a lot more sense when you go out to restaurants too. You'll start going to restaurants when you get older and you'll be like, oh, this shit is way overpriced. This shit's way overpriced. I can go do this myself. You know, like I've been to barbecue joints and then it's like brisket, like a full plate. And it's like, man, this is like $40. And I'm getting like a couple slices of brisket and everything like that. And then I go over to freaking Costco. I buy a 12-pound brisket for $45. It is, but sometimes it's not. The food sometimes can be at that level where you're like, I don't even know how they did this. This is amazing. And then the ambiance and the service and everything like that. It's a treat. But even takeout, sometimes I'm like, I don't feel like making that. I love Indian food. I'm like, I'm not fucking around with that for an hour. I want it now. I want my tikka masala like now. So, and then also too, Shrek, Instagram, social media is great to find people. But you'll find eventually someone that you like, that you're like, oh, this person's really cool. And then you'll be like, okay, cool. I'm going to go look at what they do for that. Like for me, it was like Elton Brown. I liked a lot because he always kept things really simple. Man, treat my ass. It's gonna be a real treat when I'm living in a box. I'll get you that Wendy's from that exact Wendy's that you love in Ohio, Shrek. No problem. Not a great fight, right, John? Second round's a little, This is pretty lackluster. Pitbull's laying on him and slapping him in the face. I'm gonna have to live in the curbside if that's Wendy's. I'm not Wendy's. Oh my god. The other thing too, Shrek, is if you do meat, I mean, if you can get a thermometer to check it, a digital thermometer, you really can't screw it up too bad. And most of the digital thermometers literally have the temperature it needs to hit on the actual thermometer. It's about as idiot proof as possible. All right. I mean, actually, Shrek, that's the way I actually got into hunting, was through food. I didn't like really grow up hunting all that much. And then I got really into food. And everyone's like, dude, the fresher the better, the fresher the better. And then I started like hunting with my dad and brother. And then I got really into it because it just tastes so fucking good. At least nobody has a broken collarbone, that's for sure. I mean, if they're gonna do 5 rounds of this, Liver King. I haven't really watched that much Liver King, actually, to be honest with you. I've watched a lot of Guga food. A lot of Guga food. A lot of Guga food. I've never seen his stuff. I don't think I have. Let me double check. Oh, I have seen this guy. Let's see what he makes. He likes making meat. I'm not seeing a ton of impressive stuff. I mean, burnt ends is very easy to make. What's this? Surf and Turf, he's doing barbecue ribs. I mean, this is all pretty easy. Pulled pork, super easy. Well, he makes it look pretty. He does a good job of making it look pretty. He presents it well. You know, it's well cooked. Sous vide everything. That might be a little advanced for him, John, just because he probably doesn't have a sous vide. But yeah, dude, look, the other thing too, Shrek, he's buying really expensive product here. Dude, he's doing steak and potatoes, but he's doing it with a fucking Wagyu steak. The steak he's using in this little thing is probably about $125 to $150, depending on when he bought it. Okay. So it's easy to make food look really good when it's really expensive ingredients. He has dry aged steak here. That's really expensive or time consuming. I mean, a lot of the stuff he has here is pretty simple to do. Not too crazy. I could probably do a good chunk of this stuff. Ooh, I don't know if I might know him. Ooh. I don't know Nick all that much. At least I don't remember seeing him on anything in particular. After this fight's done, I'll show you guys something that will blow your fucking mind when it comes to food. I mean, literally jaw-dropping, like, holy fuck, I can't believe that's real. Make scrambled eggs tomorrow to start things? Yeah, haven't made something since February. Oh my gosh. Where is this guy? I gotta find this guy. Plus, if you also have any kind of like, you know, Netflix or anything like that, you can always watch stuff. This fight is looking as boring as hell. Oh, man. Here he is. This guy is fucking insane. First, I'll have to check him out a little bit. You got me intrigued. I just saw his Instagram, which didn't have a ton of food on it. Fight's so boring. We're talking about cooking. Dude, John, I bet you know this guy I'm going to show. This guy's the most insane chocolate artist I've ever seen in my entire life. And he's like world class. Amazing. Like, make shit that you're like, I can't believe you made that. Yeah. Yeah. I would say, I don't know if that's his official title, but that's pretty much what he is. It's like unreal. Dude, if we have to watch 10 minutes of these two doing absolutely fuck all just for Pitbull's hand to be raised, I'm not going to be a happy camper. And we are never watching Bellator again. Starting to get some booze. Come on. Bellator is not invited to our birthday party anymore. They will not be getting a Christmas card this year. They are not on the list. God, I fucking hate Christmas cards. I don't care about receiving them so much, but I'm so glad my wife is not like, we need a Christmas card. Shit gets expensive. That, and I'm finally, after, I don't know, it was maybe, 3-4 years ago, my wife doesn't make me do I don't have to do any grand gesture or big thing on social media on her birthday or our wedding anniversary. She does not expect me to write her a poem and put it on fucking social media or even say happy birthday to her on social media. It's really nice. Now, sometimes I genuinely want to say something nice. I will, but there's no pressure to. You're not the guy at CVS in December having to hear Mariah Carey. Oh my God. All I want for Christmas for 12 hours a day. She makes so much fucking money that month. She makes an insane amount of money off the royalties of that song. My mother-in-law sent me pictures, John. In Fred Meyer's, they already have Christmas stuff out. People are already putting Christmas stuff out. It just turned October today. Cool your jets. I was never a big Christmas guy, but now it's starting to become fun because I have a kid, and my wife really enjoys it, so it's kind of fun. But I was never like super into Christmas. I like food holidays. Give me a nice 4th of July or Thanksgiving any day of the week. That's another thing too, Shrek. Get decent enough at cooking some stuff, and if there's certain things like holiday stuff that you really, really like my grandmother used to make leg of lamb all the time for Easter, man. And, you know, I eventually took over making the leg of lamb. Hurricanes are crazy, dude. Yeah, holy crap. Down in Florida, what a mess. It's crazy. And the other thing that's crazy about it is I've seen so many fucking Florida people doing wild stuff during the hurricane. Tornado warning. Oh my God. Yeah, that's super scary. Used to make 18 legs of lamb every Sunday. Yeah, John, just so you guys know, John's like a legit cook. Like chef level cook. Ian didn't hit me, but got mad tornadoes all night. Damn. Oh my God, please make this fight stop. It's so fucking boring. Yeah, I'll tell you what. It is the one thing that makes me very happy about where I live is I don't have to deal with any kind of hurricanes or anything like that. I just have to deal with winter. I know, 10 seconds ago and they just finally decide to fight. Dude, we already know Pitbull's gonna win this fight. He's gonna be declared the winner. So unless something big happens, I mean, MVP still the best at Bellator. I don't know, man. Being number one in Bellator is kind of like being the smartest kid on the short bus. It's impressive, but maybe not as impressive as you think it is. You know? Can they do good in UFC? Yes. So, Pitbull that's in the ring right now fought Michael Chandler back in 2019, and he beat him 407. And as we know, Chandler eventually went up and went to the UFC and did fairly successful. I mean, he's been fairly successful and has a big fight coming up later on this year. They absolutely can. You know, I think it really depends on marketing value, how well they do in Bellator probably is really gonna, and then what kind of contract they have, because by the time they get out of Bellator, how old are they? How war torn are they? And that's the biggest thing. Like, what's their contracts like? Because if they get out and they're now like 34 years old, 35 years old, does Dana White want to give a shot to a 35-year-old when he's got some kid that's fighting in the middle of nowhere, Nebraska, that's got like a perfect record and is like 22 years old? I'd rather take the 22-year-old and pay him next to nothing and try him out. And he has his whole contender series or his whole tough series. So, Nick Diaz either gets signed by Bellator or, bare knuckle is just brutal. Bare knuckle's brutal to watch. This is so BS. Pitbull's just hanging on. He just looked at the clock. I have 2 more minutes. I just gotta snuggle up to him. Dude. You think Bellator's bottom there? You ain't never seen bare knuckle fight champions. Oh my god, dude. And it's still amazing to me that Polymat Malinaji was in fucking bare knuckle, man. Pitbull is Dora the Explorer backpack. That's fucking perfect, Wolf. Oh my god, this is so boring. He had one fight against, what was his name? Arturo or something like that. The guy that was calling himself the GOAT. And, Paulie did exactly what you thought would happen to Paulie. He broke both his fucking hands in the first round and then got eaten alive. So that didn't go well. I mean, it's just like the dumbest thing. I literally remember, like, right before it was happening, all the lead up for it, everyone on Twitter, everything is like, he's just gonna break his hands. Wow, this is awful. Pitbull's doing literally nothing other than holding on. That would be something if he could actually do something. I gotta be honest, this looks pretty low level right now. These are just kinky sex positions. It's probably in the Kama Sutra. Mike Perry in UFC? I don't know. Good question. Let me look it up for you. And formerly competed in the UFC. where he had 15 for 15 times. They're pissing themselves. Mike Perry's bare knuckle. Oh God. I couldn't imagine. Yeah, no thank you. Okay, fight's over. Give it to Pitbull. Then I'll show you guys some really, really, really amazingly cool stuff. Oh man, this this fight was a quality of Pitbull's tats. Honestly, so okay, bare knuckle to me is, I think it's dangerous, and mind you, I don't have any kind of like science to back this up, but to me it seems like you're really going to damage not only your face, your head, but your hands are severely going to get damaged. I just see it as bad news. Yeah, exactly. When does that kind of cross that line from being a sport to kind of a bar fights, right? I used to be kind of even against a little bit UFC for a while. I was kind of like, it's kind of like human cockfighting to a degree. And then the more I watched it, I was like, no, there's a lot. This is not that. And that was purely due to the caliber of the fighters and the quality of their stand-up game as well as their on-the-ground game. It was like, wow, no, these guys are extremely talented. Whereas I watch bare knuckle and I'm like, I don't know how these guys are that talented, it looks like. So bare knuckle hasn't really shown me that they're getting top level talent. 48-47. 49-46. An easy decision. Great. Pitbull won. Okay. So that was pointless. Let me show you something actually cool. We can actually watch something fun. Zuck gonna zuck. What can I say? All right. This guy is insane. And I do mean he is insane. And this is why when I say like a chocolate artist, yeah. I know it sounds goofy, but the stuff he makes is like out of control. I would say 407, the biggest thing is I just don't know the level of safety in the end. Yeah, why are you guys booing me? So oh wait, the show the what, this one? Boom. All made out of chocolate. So this guy just makes insane stuff like this. Everything he makes is like, he makes fucking robots, like functional robots. But this is like, he actually has a show on Netflix where he teaches, like, he has like a chocolate contest kind of thing. And the guy's like, everything he makes is like perfection. I mean, this is a good example of being like a master of your craft. And I'm sure he builds this stuff for clients that are astronomical, dude. It's like, yeah, hyper realistic, all fully edible. You know, fight a waitress or something. Everything works, and then the end product is like a life-size robot. So he builds like the most insane stuff, and you just like look at it and you're like, I don't know how you did that. So I mean, oh, he does say he does take a chomp of some stuff. Bare knuckle chocolate tour. But John, I'm sure you've seen this guy. This guy isn't like that new. In the food world, he's probably pretty well known. But my God, dude. Better than an actual skateboard. Dude. I mean, fully functioning skateboard made out of chocolate. There you go, Shrek. So it's just like everything he makes. It's just, I can watch this guy for hours. I've watched like all his TikToks. It's like every time he's using a fucking CNC machine. I want to do that with a skateboard right now. I mean, and it's crazy when there's another chef, there's a reaction chef that reacts to like everybody's stuff, but especially this guy's, and he's just like, oh my God. How does he do that is right. He's literally like a mad scientist when it comes to chocolate and stuff. And so he builds stuff so it's all edible and it's like perfect, like everything's perfect. A fully functioning save all made out of chocolate. Sounds good, John. I don't think you're gonna win that one though. I have no idea how long it takes, ma'am. Always good, John. Let's see. We could do this one. He shows in the Netflix show, he shows a lot of like interesting techniques that he uses for doing certain things. But then you see like these people that are actually like trying to become to his level, and you just see him just like destroy. Like they literally are like, I don't know how the fuck he just did that. Why is this buffering? Come on. I mean, this is someone that's done this stuff for a long time too. I mean, fucking Christ, dude. And it's like, that's literally his entire page. He makes lions, he makes dragons, he makes this one. He makes a cello that's playable out of chocolate. Like, and he just knows how to make like his own custom molds and stuff like that. And then he just does it. This is what he does. So anytime you think you're good at something, just remember this guy exists. And that you can always get better. Fully functional. It probably doesn't sound like I think, but oh my god! And literally, it's like his whole page is. Let's see this last one. We'll go big. This one, I mean, this is clearly probably not his first rodeo making something like this. Some witchcraft. This is why you got to get good at cooking and making stuff, Shrek, so that when you need to fall back on you can always fall back on your culinary skills. Plus, honestly, getting a job in a kitchen is like an incredible thing to do if you don't have a skill set that you're really in love with. Dude, look at what he fucking built. Let's start with scrambled eggs. Yeah, start with scrambled eggs. Let us know how that goes. Oh my god. All right. So next week, let's see what we got real quick. Let me double check schedule. We have Ben versus Eubank. So that will be next Saturday. And then maybe Fordora. I don't know. Depends how everything goes. But hopefully you guys had a great time on the stream. Always good seeing you all. Benzo, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it, man. And yeah, Shrek, let me know if you need any recipes, brother. I'll be more than happy to send some your way. So have a good one, guys. I will see you guys next weekend. You can always hit me up in Discord, of course. So peace.